Subscriber areas are now live at foottrading.co.uk. Tier 1 and Tier 2 have both gone live. And don't forget, this year we've got our season pass. Incredible value. It basically works out about 4 or 5 months for free, depending on the tier that you're in. We've got more site areas being added every single day. We've got icons on there now. We've got golds. We've got shadows, anchors, hunters. We've got silvers going on very soon. We've got position change trading going on very soon. So make sure you check the website out. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, make sure you subscribe down below. We've gained nearly 1,000 subscribers in the last week. It's been absolutely incredible. If you are new around here, it's massively appreciated if you can drop a sub on the channel, a like, a comment, all of that stuff makes a massive difference to channel growth. And again, we're aiming for 40,000 subscribers. 40,000 subscribers. So if you can drop a sub, it makes a massive, massive difference. Check out the website if you guys want to make as many coins as possible through the website, the channel. I promise you, you'll make millions this year easily. That's the whole aim of what we do. And don't forget the giveaway for FIFA 23 / the cash, if you've already got the game, will be done probably at some point this week. So keep an eye out for that. But I get a lot of questions in streams, and one recurring question over and over again is, have you got any good filters? And I'm going to be honest with you, it is a really stupid question in the nicest possible way. Because what happens is you come into a stream and you say, have you got any good filters? And then someone will show you a filter. And there are 150 other people in that stream, for example. And they go, right, I'm going to go do the exact same filter. And then you sit there for an hour and pick up 2 players and waste your own time. And that is the problem when it comes down to asking specifically in different streams, like, what's a good filter, what's a good filter? So what I'm going to do today is tell you how to find filters. And tell you all the different ways you can look for filters on this game and find so many different players to trade with. And that's way better. That's more useful for you than asking for a specific filter from a single streamer, trust me. So first thing that I want to explain to you on this game is there are 3 types of card on the game outside the special cards and icons. They are gold, silver and bronze. Do not ignore silver and bronze. If you do that, it's stupid. It makes no sense whatsoever, because silver and bronze filters tend to be the ones that are a lot quieter. The starting point for any filter, and I say it straight up, is to work with the rarity, then to work with a nation or a league, and then to work with a position. And that is when you start to build stuff up. So if we look at something like silver rare as our rarity for here, look at positions. Now we know something that's been expensive all year are wingers and midfielders, wide midfielders, because so many SBCs call for them and they end up being hella expensive whenever you look at certain teams, for example. So look at France as a nation right now. You've got one at 900. You compare price on him, you can pick him up. Get 1,200 coins for him easily enough, so just buy him and put him up for 1,200. And this is how you just find filters, just by simply looking. It's really, really easy. You just look for filters, and you just work your way around them. So we'll go left mid. Let's try and see. Let's have a look at right mid now. See if there's any right mids that are decent. There are right mids. So again, we'll compare price on them and see what they're selling for. Have a little look. I think this one's like 1,500, 1,400, 1,100 there. Cool. We'll buy him for 14. Get 1,400 on them. Compare price back out. See if any more pop. I'm doing this at 10:37 in the morning when the market's dead, and if I can still find players, you guys can still find players, trust me. Hein. Again, we'll go 1,400 on him. And when it comes to listing players, don't list them for exactly what they sell for. Overlist them all the time. People are lazy and they will buy them. It might take a couple of relistings, but for you to click a button that says relist isn't going to save you guys, isn't going to take you guys up a huge amount of time in all of it. So I know that right mids that are French are selling, so I'll go have a look at English, see if we've got any English right mids. And we do. And so this leads me on to my next point. You can see that the English players are far more expensive than the French players. And the reason for that is yesterday we got an SBC. And the SBC was for a small rare gold players pack, I believe it was the SBC in the end. And it was Haaland transfer, okay? And this required English players, a minimum of 7 from the same nation, so everyone went England. It required rare players, and so that boomed it. SBCs on the game can give you a heads up as to what filters might be good, because you'll go and look at England and go, right, well, France is selling for that, so let's see what England's now selling for. And if we look at English left mids, for example, have a little look, and you can see they're like 2,000 coins. Literally like 2,000 coins. You can sit here if you want to compare price back out. Is it the best use of your time? At this time of the day, no, but of an evening at 6 PM, 100% you should be doing that. It's a brilliant thing to do. And you use that knowledge to then build other filters. You go, okay, cool, now I know that left mids and right mids sell. That must mean that all these country and regions have some sort of value, and they do. Or you might go, actually, let me look at leagues. Let me see if there's anything from the championship, and there may well be, there may not be. But that's how you find filters. You don't need someone to tell you, oh, by the way, this is how you go and find a filter. Go and find the filter yourself. Don't worry about anybody else and worry about what everyone else is doing and, oh, well, what's a good filter for me and whatnot. Find your own ones, because if you can find your own ones and you get good at that, you never ever have to have a single worry about finding filters. Nor do you have to ask a stream full of people what a good filter is and end up basically battling 15 other people who decide to go and jump on the exact same filter that any streamer might give you. So it's important that you do that. With bronze, you might want to have a little look at bronze and go, right, centre mid. And you might want to look and just random bring up Germany and have a little look and see what they're selling for. And as you can see, minimum they're selling for is 400 coins. So you can sit there, bid, snipe, do whatever you want. There's a couple of rares in there as well, which we'll take. Because we know we can't really lose coins on these cards because they're the base price that they are standardly. Can flick through. Have a little look. There's 500. Someone listed for 700. Going to do the same with this guy, I think. Based upon what I'm seeing. Yep, so 700 on him. And I'll leave him. And I'll relist them a couple of times and they will sell. It's as easy as that, right? So that's how you look at your silvers and bronzes, and there's no reason why anyone can't do that. Absolutely anyone in the game is capable of clicking some buttons. I'm sorry, but it's easy to do. I promise you, any of you can do it. It's not hard. Then we start working with specifics within card types, and now we're going to talk about golds. If you've got gold cards, okay, you might go, right, Antoine Griezmann. And here's an example I've given all year so far because he's fantastic to trade with, or has been anyway. And we look at Antoine Griezmann and we go, okay, cool, what's Griezmann selling for? So Griezmann's like probably 17, 1800 is my guess now. Yeah, so 17, 1800. You can sit here if you want and compare price. I should have just bought that one. You can sit here if you want and compare price back out. You can just sit here, compare price back out and try and snipe Griezmann. Of course you can, right? However, as I've said before, there are situations that make players more expensive, and they are things like position changes. They are things like chemistry styles. If you can get both of them, even better. So Griezmann might be 1,900, but if you look at him with his right wing on him, he's actually 2,800 coins. And in fact, with a right wing hunter, he's a bit more than that. So that's what he's selling for there. We'll check right wing hunter. We might get 500 coins from that potentially. Because the position change and the hunter chem style both have value. So people add that to it. And I've talked about it quite a bit this year in terms of how you go and find value. To be fair, it's about 3,000 coins. It's not a huge gap in that at all. But we'll list them up for 3,500 or so. But all these different things have value. And that is how you play about with cards. And if you know that Griezmann, as a striker, into right wing has extra value, well then it goes without saying that other strikers that can be converted to right wing have value too. Other right wingers that might go to left wing will have value too. Right backs to right wing back will have value too. If you know that hunters add value to a card, okay, cool, well other cards, hunters will add value to those as well. And you can start to work with players and come up with your own filters. You might go into the game, and yesterday, for example, I showed Lucas Moura in the video. He's now been ruined because I put him in the video, and everyone was like, I'm going to go and do Lucas Moura too because he's doing it and it works. And what actually happened was Lucas Moura's gap that was not far off 2,000 coins was his gap between a card with a hunter and a card without a hunter. There was about a 2,000 coin gap. Well, that gap now, if I show you, is nowhere near that. Because everybody went out and bought. And we're like, oh, I'm going to go and do Lucas Moura too. And be like, let me go and snipe him and get some coins from him from doing that or whatever. The gap closed up massively because everyone went and used the exact same filter. So if you can come up with your own ones, you now know that Lucas Moura had a gap on him. So you might want to look at players that maybe 5,000 to 7,000 coins and see if they've got gaps with hunters. See if they've got gaps with position changes. That is how you do well at this game, and that is how you find your own filters. And it's so vitally important that you guys learn, actually, how do I find filters? What filters work? What filters don't work? Angel Correa. My God, this card's so expensive. What filters work? What filters don't work? So there's a right mid Correa there at 20,000 coins, alright? Now if you have a little look and see how many there are at right mid with hunter on him. 22... There, 24, 24. Let's try a hunter on and see what the cheapest we can get to. So there's a 22k there. 23,000 there. You could easily have bought that 20,000 I just sold it for 24. 2.5k profit, relatively easily, no real stress, and he will eventually sell. And when it comes to selling these cards, you just keep relisting. Just keep relisting. And when you go off the game at night, list them for 12 hours overnight. In the morning, most of them will be sold. That is how you find filters on this game. And it just requires literally 15 minutes of work to go and find filters that work for you. Snipe cards from them, big cards, and don't forget bids. Bids are vitally important. You might go silver left mid, and nothing is popping for England. You're like, oh, this is so long, it's so boring, blah, 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 blah. You then go and flip the filter around, and you see actually there are lows ending with bids on them. Try and get those instead. People are too busy sniping. While they're doing that, you sneak in the back door and snap yourself up some cards via bids. But that is how you find filters. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.